You know what? Fuck it. Here's another Arknights lore video for all of you current and upcoming Arknights fans. Before we get into that, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is NoSaint, and today we're going to talk about Arknights. A bit of a background before we start the video. So, I've played Arknights ever since it first came out. I've been playing Arknights alongside Fate Grand Order at that time. Time passes and Genshin Impact came out. Then I played Genshin, FGO, and Arknights at the same time. Time passes and I ended up dropping Genshin Impact because managing 3 games at the same time while I'm studying at college is pretty hard. And then Honkai Star Rail came out. I've just graduated college, so I have plenty of free time to play Star Rail. At that point, I dropped Fate Grand Order because I got bored at the game and it took way too long for the global server to catch up to the JP server. Time passes and then I also dropped Star Rail because I also got bored playing it. Nowadays, Arknights is the only gacha game that I play, well, along with War Thunder. As about why I just can't give up on Arknights, to put it frankly, it's the grounded lore that hooks me to play it. It's the world building, it's the atmosphere, the music, the characters. It is uniquely real compared to any games that I've ever played. And as a lore guy myself, Arknights took the #1 spot in my heart. And hopefully, with this video, you guys can also learn why I love Arknights so much. Granted, before we start, this is the first time that I ever made a video in this kind of format, which is a video essay. I am practically reading a script here and, well, while reading the script, I will also put my improvisation here and there. But yeah, since this is my first time, obviously I will bound up to make a mistake, so all I have to say is I'm sorry. Arknights lore video number 1. Part 1, Terra. The story of Arknights took place in a supercontinent that's called Terra. Much like our own Earth, Terra has similar topology and climate that matches our own, ranging from the desert's climate, like in Yan or in Iberia, to the wet jungle of Sargon. From the hottest place like the volcanic island of Siesta to the coldest climate like in Sami. From the deepest ocean like in Neger to the highest mountaintop places like in Iraq. Terra is a really diverse place that matches our own Earth's diverse topology and climate, and in this supercontinent, much like our own Earth, existed various kingdoms, empires, and countries. Each with their own rich background, young or old. Each country in Terra has its own history, people, and characteristics that shapes how they govern their own countries and sometimes, unfortunately, other countries. Also, much like the Terra's climate and environment that do mirrors our own Earth, the countries and cultures in Terra do as well. Part 2. Countries, Kingdom, Empires, and States. There are currently 20 countries or states that exist in Terra. Yeah, if you guys play Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact. Like what, in Genshin Impact there's only 7 major nations? Well, you haven't met Arknights yet because there are 20 in Terra. Each with their own distinct characteristic that would bring variety to how people live in Terra. Each of these countries take inspiration from our real-world Earth. And here are the list of the 20 states in Terra, which nation they took inspiration from, and from which timeline they do take the inspiration from. First is Ursus. Ursus, or formerly known as the Empire of Ursus, is located at the northern hemisphere of Terra. Due to their location, their environment and climate are dominated with white, snowy cold weather. Ursus is also known to be one of the largest empires on Terra, due to their history of being an expansionist empire with multiple invasion campaigns towards its neighboring countries. The Empire of Ursus took inspiration from Russian Empire, so for people who come from Russia or Eastern Europe, or if you love Warhammer 40k's Imperium of Man, this country is for you. The people of Ursus Empire spoke Ursine language that uses the same Cyrillic alphabet like in our Eastern European countries, but with their own grammar and accents. The majority race of people that live in Ursus are called Ursus, which has bear traits.
I'm Zima, leader of the Ursus Student Self-Governing Group. I can make do without one, but my comrades need a place to call home. Let's cut the crap, give me a job to do. I know lodging here ain't free. The leader of Rhodes Island looks younger than even Istina. How can you let a kid like that go to battle, huh? You can't go out without permission, Shto? Aren't you the one in charge? Screw the rules, let's just get out.
Greetings, Doctor. Allow me to once again express my gratitude to Rhodes Island for taking in me and my friends. I've had enough of a break working in logistics, and I'd like to do as Zima and the girls do. Doctor, I have a favor to ask of you. Would you please look after Zima and the girls? Specifically their mental health. They look like they're adjusting well, but I know they're not. If I occasionally think back to those times, any work you might have, please feel free to let me try. Don't worry. After what I have been through, the dignity of a noble woman is the least of my concerns. Now, I am just like Zima and the girls, an ordinary student under protection.
Ursus Empire capital city are called Deity Griverberg, which took inspiration from Saint Petersburg, and currently led by an Ursus race Tsar named Fyodor Vladimirovich. Ursus' strength lies in the raw strength of its army that comprises of large amount of men, casters, artillery, drone, and special forces, capable of waging wars upon its neighbor, while also holding back Terra's greatest northern threat together with other countries such as Sami, Yan, and Higashi. Nowadays, however, it seems there's something brewing inside of Ursus Empire's government body due to their seemingly unordinary inaction following the Chernobyl crisis. Yan. Yan, or formerly known as the Great Yan, is a country that's located on the eastern part of Terra, just southeast of Ursus. Much like Ursus, Yan is also known to be one of the largest countries in Terra, with vast variety of geographical characteristics and various races of people who live in it. Yan took inspiration from our Tang Dynasty China, so for people who come from China, this is for you. The people of Yan speaks Yanese language, which are also similar to our Chinese language works. However, each region will have its own dialect, much like how it is on real-life China, such as Hokkien, Cantonese, and many other regional language that exist in China.
Chen, leader of the LGD's Special Inspection Unit. For my own reasons, I'll be joining you for a while. Seeing as we're already well acquainted from our prior work together, I'll ask you to take me to my workplace now. Amia trusts you completely. When I see you two together, it makes me wonder, what if I had someone like that by my side? I've never been able to rely much on anyone. Not even... Momantai!
Doctor, I am Zorle. The number of proxies aboard Rhodes Island has almost exceeded that of those in Yan. The SUI regulator should have sent someone here long ago. In fact, it has been some time since we sent you an official notice, but it would seem your company may have forgotten to reply. That operator just now, was that Lord Wei's niece? No, I don't know her. But when I was little, my father told me to learn from her example. Not long ago, we discovered that Miss Chen resigned her position with the Lungmen Guard Department. Father did not say anything to me that day. Thinking back, I indeed find her admirable. This is a handbook that all candle holders keep on their person. I did record some observations about you, Doctor. I'm very sorry, but for what it's worth, I am now sure of one thing. You are the guiding post of this ship, and you are indeed ordinary. I will shred those pages, and I will ensure your safety.
Geographically, Yan is one of the countries with the most diverse environment in it, ranging from the Gobi Deserts to the vast rice fields of Dawang City. From the modern city of Longmen to the remote Moshan village on the northwestern corner of Yan. The Yan capital city is Baizhou, which took inspiration from Beijing and Luoyang, and they are currently led by a long-race emperor. Currently, we don't know his true name, but its history, the emperor of Yan are always referred to as Chu Lung. Yan's strength lies in its stability, in which its currency is being used as the Terran internationally accepted currency called LMD, the Langmen dollar. Next up, Victoria. Victoria, or formerly known as the Victorian Empire, is a country that's located in central Terra. Geographically, Victoria is filled with vast green plains and forests, though due to being the forefront of the Industrial Revolution, more and more green plains of Victoria are gradually filled with industrial cities with many factories and various small settlements. Victoria is known to be one of the most powerful nations in Terra, due to their rapid industrial revolutions, making them one of the most technologically advanced countries in Terra. Victoria took inspiration from Victorian-era British Empire, so for people who come from United Kingdom, love its legends such as Knights of the Round Table, love steampunk aesthetic, and strangely also like Gundam, this is for you. The people of Victoria speaks many languages. The main language is Victorian, which are UK English. However, other regions in Victoria speaks in other languages as well, such as Taran, which are Irish Gaelic, and also Welsh.
Hello, you're the doctor, aye. Officer Chen Fei Lungman said that I'd be able to find some helpers here. I need to sign my name first. Aye, right enough. Bagpipe. There! Eh? I've become an operator. Full-time bed and board. What's going on here? Back in school, Chen always had a pissed-off look on her face. Made no end of enemies at first, but that's just the kind of girl she is. No time at all, she had people seeing her with fresh eyes. But, you know, bandaging up her wounds, cooking for her, teaming up with her squad and all that. I had to look after her a fair bit, and that was no easy thing. My mum's part of the reason I ended up running off to military school at all. Always banging on like, "Vivra woman must keep getting stronger," she is. Suppose I wanted to be cheeky about it? Aye. Though, looking back on it, no need to be as tough as my mum. Och, I'm still more soft and cute than hard and chiseled, wouldn't you say? Go on, say.
Arianrhod, code name Tothivons. I don't like working for ordinary people, so I've got my fingers crossed you show me something unusual. Got tops from Royal Guard knocking about, have you? Huh. Ain't that interesting? Graddnodir y drychydd? Na, mae'r deunydd archebus bron yma. Na nid y seithau gyntaf. Oh, push off out of my way!
The capital city of Victoria is Londinium, which are based on London. Even though it is traditionally led by a king or queen of Victoria, currently, however, their position is vacant. What once a great powerful empire that managed to win over Gaul and Terra has now regressed and fragmented into several factions led by 8 great dukes, each aiming to gain more and more influence in the current power vacuum state that is Victoria. Number 4. Lithuania. Lithuanian, or formerly known as the Lithuanian Empire, is a country that's also located in central Terra, just northeast of Victoria. Geographically, the central Lithuania is filled with vast green plains and forests, while its northeast and southwest Lithuanian are filled with mountain ranges. If Victoria's strength lies in its military and industrial capabilities, Lithuania's strength lies in its potent classical arts capability. Added with having Terra's most advanced and prestigious arts university, many Terra's most famous talented musicians and casters came from Lithuanian. Lithuanian took inspiration from German-speaking countries in Central Europe, such as the historical Germanic empires, which consist of Austro-Hungarian Empire, Holy Roman Empire, Prussia, German, and Austria. As such, the people of Lithuanian speaks Lithuanian, which is based on German. The majority races of people that live in Lithuanian is Elavia, which has deer traits, and Caprinai, which has sheep or ram traits.
Greetings. Margarete told me about you. It's a shame we didn't have a chance to meet in the Grand Knight territory. They called me the Candle Knight at the time. You can call me Viviana, Doctor. Droste is my mother's maiden name. It is a common name with no place in the spires. How long would you stay in an alley full of marigolds, Doctor? Very few would grace their proses and stanzas with these forbidden blossoms, but they are really beautiful. To be honest, I'm surprised you actually remembered my full name, Doctor. Mein Tag war heiter, glücklich meine Nacht.
I extend my sincere gratitude to you, Doctor of Rhodes Island. Thank you for sheltering an insignificant down and outer. If such mediocrity as even mine can benefit Rhodes Island's cause, then I couldn't be more relieved. Careful of music on the battlefield, especially when you face a Lysanian. Eine ungenügende Leistung. No, it's fine. It's just something I often heard not so long ago. You can ignore it.
So, if you come from German and Central Europe, love classical music, or a huge fan of Harry Potter series, this country is suited for you. The capital city of Lithuanian is Zwillingsturm, which are based on Berlin and Vienna, and Lithuanian are currently led by the Caprinai race, the twin empresses, Liselot Eviknade and Hildegard Grimmacht. Lithuanian is a place where classical music can be turned into something powerful and terrifying at the same time. Due to their advanced art study, Lithuanian is also regarded as one of the most powerful countries in Terra. Kazimierz. Kazimierz, or formerly known as the United Knightly Territory of Kazimierz, is a country that's also located in the central Terra, specifically just north of Victoria and south of Ursus. Similar to Victoria and Lithuanian, geographically, Kazimierz is filled with vast green plains and forests. However, due to their location that bordered the Empire of Ursus, Kazimierz suffered from multiple invasions in the past. As a result, Kazimierz is filled with many knights that aim to protect Kazimierz land and its people. However, at present day, Kazimierz already turned into something much different. Kazimierz took inspiration from Poland with some Western European elements, and the majority races of people that live in Kazimierz are Kuranta, which has horse traits, and Pegasi, which has a more light horse traits, which inspired from the Greek myth of Pegasus. So, if you do come from Poland, or if you like the knight's aesthetic, this country is for you. Kashmir's people speaks Kashmirsian, which are Polish language.
Oaths and trust both are unchanging in the passage of time. Isn't that so, Doctor? The Radiant Knight Margaret Neural rejoins you here. Maria has realized her own truly beloved undertaking. She's gifted, highly assiduous, and with Zafia beside her, I couldn't be more reassured. It seems now that the Forge's hammer suits her better than the longsword. I truly hope that this honest, sincere passion of hers may forever last. Being in Kazimierz was no easy thing. The Adeptus Sprawiedliwi and the General Chamber of Commerce are still constantly at each other's throats. And the day when glory once again shines on Kazimierz seems very far away still. Only at Rhodes Island can I let my guard down and regather myself with peace of mind.
Munar, no. Per our contract's provisions, I shall assist Rhodes Island with its operations in Kazimierz. You already knew my name. I'm neither a knight, nor do I have a title. Seems Margaret kept the title she earned from that charade. So she still sees her actions as a victory, after squandering the Knurl's glory in those cheap commercial performances. My Originium arts, Nestata, I can nary illuminate a thing. Mondre Kazimierzanin poskodia.
Kazimierz hero state is a Picatian Kurantau race, the Grand Knight Yoleta Russell. However, the head of government is the KJCC, or the Kazimierz General Chamber of Commerce. This is due to the past multiple invasion from both Ursus and Karandu Kagan, which resulting in Kazimierz being occupied by foreign forces, leads to the gradual decline of Knights faction in favor to the Merchant faction in the people's eyes. Due to this history, nowadays, Kazimierz has turned from a chivalric knight society to a dystopian, profit-driven capitalistic nation. Colombia. Colombia, or formerly known as the Colombian Union, is a country that's located on the western part of Terra, just west of Kazimierz. Geographically, Colombia is filled with vast barren wilderness. As a concept, Colombia doesn't exist. It only exists because in the past, after an expedition from Victoria, which found a huge staple Originium vein, Victoria immediately turned the vast barren wilderness into a colony that is called Colombia. Fast forward to present days, with the decline of Victorian influence, Colombia no longer part of a colony. Blessed with rich and stable Originium vein, despite being the youngest country in Terra, Colombia's technological breakthrough already surpasses any other countries in Terra, with many high-tech companies that came from Colombia. Colombia is inspired by the present-day United States of America and the most famous democracy-based country in Terra. So, if you're from the US of A, or maybe interested in high-tech stuff, this is for you. Colombia are being led by the President Mark Max of Colombia, with the capital city of Max DC. Even though Colombia is a democracy, on the first election after its independence, the President Mark Max won a total victory. And with people electing him to be a president in every single election, Mark Max became the permanent president. Nowadays, election still occurs in Colombia. However, it was set to elect the vice president instead of the president. With its technological advancement, Colombia became one of the most advanced countries in Terra, and in the future, will also be the very first country to learn the truth about Terra's sky. The people in Colombia speaks Colombian, which is American English.
I am Saria. formerly of the Rhine Lab Medical Research Institute experiment team. As for now, I need Rhodes Island's help to bring the Astray back to the Orthodox. You've seen me arguing with silence? Yes, we do that a lot. Sorry for causing trouble for you in Rhodes Island. Please tell Ifrit on my behalf. No matter what happens, I will protect you. Meet her? No, I'm not ready for that.
Doctor, my time aboard Rhodes Island will be inevitably diminished in the future. There is one thing, however, that I can guarantee. My relationship with Rhodes Island will only grow closer, because I trust Rhodes Island, and I trust you. Yes, Doctor? No, I'm no longer restricting Ifrit from seeing Saria. Honestly, on the contrary, I hope they see more of each other now. Ifrit is grown up after all. And more importantly, her presence will remind Saria that not all prices are numbers, and reports do not remove scars. Doctor, can you pass a message on to Ifrit for me? I'm returning to Trimounts. There's some urgent business that requires me in person, so she'll have to eat dinner with Saria tonight. I'll make it up to her next time. I promise.
Next up, Iberia. Iberia, or formerly known as the Kingdom of Iberia, is a country that's located on the southern hemisphere of Terra. Located near vast oceans, geographically Iberia is filled with vast deserts and coastal towns due to its location that's near the ocean. Back then, Iberia used to be the most advanced country in Terra due to the advanced technology that they got from their neighboring country Aegir. Those eras were often referred to as the Golden Age. Nowadays, however, Iberia has already regressed and unable to progress or develop much due to their continuous war against one of Terra's greatest threats. Back in the day, Iberia usually led by a king. Nowadays, it is being led by the Liberi race Iberian Inquisition Saint Carmen y Iberia instead. The Iberian capital used to be in a city called Real Iberia, which are located on the coastline. However, due to the disaster that is called the profound silence that befell Iberia, many Iberian coastal cities ended up lost to the sea in a giant tsunami, killing King Fernando Alejandro I and everyone in the royal court of Iberia. After losing its government to a supernatural phenomenon, the Iberian Church stepped up to fill the void in the government and thus created the Iberian Inquisition to be the first and the last line of defense against this supernatural enemy. Present-day Iberia capital is in a city called Perdoni, and the people of Iberia speak Iberian, which is Spanish. Iberia is also inspired by countries that is located in our Earth, Iberian Peninsula, which is Spain and Portugal, specifically Spanish and Portuguese Empire. So if you're from there, this country is for you. The majority races of people that live in Iberia are Liberi, which has bird traits, and Aegir, which has aquatic traits.
Irene, Inquisition Messenger of Iberia. Are you the Doctor of Rhodes Island? Seems the Aegir hunters really trust you. Do show me how special you are as we work together in the future.
I make the other Iberian operators nervous? To fear the Inquisition is to fear the law. Isn't that only natural? Unless some of our Aegers have their reasons to dodge my gaze. I'll make it clear now. I can't promise I won't fight them. Do you have any old Iberian records? Any that can still play? I brought my master's record player. I know it's silly to dwell in our past glory, but I really want to know what Iberians could have been.
So, you're the doctor? I'll keep this brief then. Codename Thorns. Starting today, I'll be assuming my post. Yes? My trouser leg is rolled up. Pay no mind. This happens a lot. Doctor, have you learned any of the history of the Iberian Penal Battalion? If you've heard even anything remotely relevant, you should know that the inhabitants of that land are far crazier than their cold plain grey buildings suggest. La separación y análisis de la muestra casi están listos. El siguiente paso es su purificación. Su actual efecto requiere de más pruebas. Why are you staring at my hair, Doctor? It's frazzled? Don't worry about it. Wouldn't be the first time my experiment has failed, or the second.
Aegir. Aegir is one of the most technologically advanced country in Terra, which rivals Columbia. Despite this, Aegir technology are rarely found anywhere else on Terra other than in Aegir itself or in Iberia. This is due to two things. First, Aegir geographically is located in the southernmost part of Terra, specifically under the vast South Terran Ocean. That's right, Aegir is the only underwater country in Terra, which obviously take inspiration from Atlantis with slight inspiration from the Roman Empire. This inspiration can be found at the leadership of Aegir, which there are none. Each Aegir settlement will have their own leaders, and these leaders are part of the Aegir councils and senate. The majority of races that live in Aegir are Aegir, which has aquatic traits. So, if you're one of those people that wanted to bring back the Roman Empire and find the legend of Atlantis, this country is suited for you. The second reason is that they're currently busy fighting for survival against Terra's greatest sea threat. Aegir and its neighboring country Iberia is the only two countries that are actively fighting this supernatural threat. However, things seems to progress slowly because even if they face the same enemy, due to the disastrous event that is the Profound Silence, which cut off communication between Aegir to the rest of the world, Aegir and Iberia have to fight this supernatural enemy independently. The Aegir people speaks Aegirian, which is Latin, and many Aegir and Iberia operators in Rhodes Island hope that one day both Sea Dweller and Land Dweller can work together to repel the humanity's enemy once and for all.
Doctor, I am Gladia, the officer in charge of Rhodes Island's Aegir affairs. We will have many opportunities to collaborate in the future, but please see me as an outsider. I am not worthy of your trust yet. As abyssal hunters, we must fulfill our responsibilities. To abandon the sacrifices of the past would be an unforgivable act of betrayal. That being said, how many hunters can I still save other than Spectre and Scotty? Even if I were to rescue another hunter who survived by sheer luck, the fear may have crushed them whole long ago. Their future would be fraught with nothing but agony. Please inform your operators to avoid any physical contact with me or my weapon after a battle. Intense exercise raises my surface temperature. If someone were to complain about being scalded, I would hate to feel guilty.
We meet again. This method of contact that you are imposing upon me, is it Rhodes Island's standard treatment? Or perhaps it is you trying to confirm if my sense of self has already begun to change. Olpianus, Abyssal Hunter. You should see how Gladia trains. It could almost be called self-flagellation. I once reminded her that in the depths of the abyss, maintaining your sense of direction is both more difficult and more important than increasing your speed. Yes, of course, my navigational skills are better than the other hunters. No need to arrange a meeting. I have already ascertained the status of the other hunters. Please continue to monitor their health and help them keep their heads clear. I will return and check. As Aeger's first abyssal hunter, I hope that I will not be its last.
Sargon. Formerly known as the Sargon Empire, is a country that's located in the southwestern corner of Terra. Due to its location that's near the equator, Sargon geography are dominated by vast deserts to the west and tropical rainforests to the east. Crowned as the ancestor of all civilization, Sargon history can be traced back to the foundings of the first Terran Empire. Further discovery were made in Sargon, including a time recording relic, which Sargon ruler declared as the start of Terran calendar, or year 0, the first century. Sargon people speak Sargonian, however, it is split into two languages: Ancient Sargonian and Modern Sargonian. Ancient Sargonian are based on ancient Egyptian language and written in a hieroglyphic script. Modern Sargon, on the other hand, are based on a mix of Arabic, Persian, and Turkish, which are written using folk Arabic script. Other Sargon region also speak on its own dialect that are based on Nahuatl, which is a Mesoamerican language.
Netchater Harek, Doctor. On behalf of my exalted Padishah, I am here to negotiate with you on a collaboration project within his dominion. My name is Jeruner Perharpe Sashut Hatshepsut, but my friends all call me Pepe. My younger brother and I were born into a family of court historians, the Heris Shetta. We grew up surrounded by stacks of scrolls handed down from our ancestors. As kids, we didn't get how valuable they were and just fought over the ones with more pictures. Thinking back, the pictures weren't half as fun as our fights. That's a figurine of the Shah on my desk. He's basically treated like a Netshare in Sargon. I remember trawling across the entire desert just to dig up the relics he left behind. I came back empty-handed though. But it's okay. I still felt good about getting to bring his figurine to visit the places he'd been.
Mimi, Pepe told me that once I'm ready to leave my office and go on a journey, I should come here and ask for a doctor. She didn't specify a doctor in which field, just that I'd know as soon as I saw the right one. I still remember how Pepe and Titi would come by and play with me when we were kids. Even when Father had me grounded in the study, they'd stand outside the window and make animals with their hands. They were so animated. We haven't seen each other so much since we grew up. But when I look out my window, I sometimes think of those times.
Sargon are led by an Aislan race Shahanshah of Sargon. However, in reality, Royal Court of Sargon acted as the head of government, where each region will have their own Padishahs of Sargon or Lords Emir of Sargon tribes. As a result, Sargon rarely act as a single country. Instead, each ruler of a region can act independently on their own, which gave the impression that Sargon is a place full of untamed wilderness due to its collection of loosely tied tribes. The capital city of Sargon is a city called Shar Agade, or better known as the City of Gold. The city inspirations are taken from Timbuktu, Babylon, and El Dorado, so if you're from Middle East or Central America, this country is for you. Rim Piliton. Rim Piliton, formerly known as the Rim Mining Industry Association (RMIA) or Rim-Billiton Association is a country located at the southeastern part of Terra, just southwest of Yan and northeast of Iberia. Rim-Billiton is a unique country in Terra. That's because initially, as a concept, Rim-Billiton doesn't exist. Just like Columbia, Rim-Billiton only exists due to a discovery of 3 major originium veins in the area, which bring multiple expedition and mining efforts from various superpower countries in Terra. These era are called Originium Rush. However, with a massive war breaking out on Central Terra, the various companies left behind in the area decided to merge themselves into a single entity called Rim-Billiton. Due to these unique circumstances, there are no head of state in Rim-Billiton. Each communities are ruled by themselves. The majority of the races that live here are Kautos, which has rabbit or hare traits.
Leonhardt, Catastrophe Messenger. Doctor, you may have heard of me? No? Oh well, it's better that way. Seems I won't have to tell the whole story again like I did when that HR lady cornered me. Was that Savage who just passed by in the corridor? She's really something, you know. Back when the Autonomous Prefecture was established, and later when it reached a cooperation agreement with Rim-Billiton, her exploits were no less impressive than mine. Come on, I've been a good boy. I'm getting all my regular checkups, taking my medicine, doing everything I'm supposed to. It's just the medical ass is so uptight when she's recording my details. I can't help but play a prank or two just so she'll loosen up a bit. Oh, but don't tell that to the other medics.
Catastrophe Messenger Bodyguard, Scott. Good to meet you. I look out for Leon because we've been like that since we were kids. If he's in a bind, I sort it out. And he does the same for me. The two of us, we don't know each other like that. Just because you bandage my wounds doesn't mean we're close, got it? I said the same thing last time. Damn it. Leonhardt's a noisy drama magnet. Much calmer here with you. What? He's gotten himself cornered by medical over some dodgy jokes. That guy never learns. Guess I gotta defuse this mess. Doctor, wanna come along?
Rim-Billiton took inspiration from Australia, so if you're from Australia or yearns for the mines, this is for you. Language-wise, they use Rim-Billitonian language, which are Australian English, and due to the region 3 massive originium veins, geographically Rim-Billiton are filled with vast deserts with many mines, settlements, and company building. The capital of Rim-Billiton is a city called Ultramassive. Siracusa. Siracusa, or formerly known as the Confederate City-States of Siracusa, is a country located in central Terra, just to the east of Lithuania. Siracusa geographic is similar like in other countries in central Terra, which are filled with vast green plains and rainforests, with several cities that acted as its own state. Siracusa, since its founding, has always been a confederation of various families and not as a single entity. After being annexed by Lithuania and then given its independence, Siracusa were plunged into chaos due to the many families trying to gain influence due to the power vacuum in a post-independence Siracusa. On present days, Siracusa has finally managed to live through that chaotic era and elected a person to act the leader, a Lupo-race godmother of the Syracusan mafias, Signore Sicilia. Siracusa itself took inspiration from Italy and more specifically Syracuse, Sicily, so if you're from Italia and like the mafioso aesthetics, this country is suited for you. The majority races of people that live in Siracusa are Lupo, which has wolf traits, and Fulpo, which has fox traits.
I am Lavinia Falcone, formerly a judge of Siracusa. Today I report to you as Operator Penance. I hope that in working for Rhodes Island, I can absolve myself of my past mistakes. In Siracusa, being a city court judge is a dangerous job. Either you join them, or you disappear. I thought I could strike a balance between the two. But there's no way to stay clean when you're surrounded by mud. In the end, I was just another accomplice. You're sleeping. There's nothing more valuable than these rare moments of peace. Conserviamo questi momenti.
Buongiorno, Doctor. I am Famiglia Bellone's... lascia perdere. My famiglia doesn't exist anymore. But that was the price we paid to buy change in Siracusa. As for what comes next... Operator Vigil is at your service, Doctor. I hope our partnership will be productive. Judge Lavinia never realized what she was getting herself into. The game with Signora Sicilia won't be won through courage or resourcefulness alone. She's looking for me to discuss my unbalanced diet. Tell her I'm not here. Chi morirà qui oggi?
The people in Siracusa speaks Syracusan, which are based on Italian language, and the capital city of Siracusa is a city called Montelupe. Despite having the impression of being a crime-ridden country with mafias familia ruling the cities, Siracusa has a surprising variety of culture, such as the Laterano faith, Lithuanian opera, and Colombian legal system. Up next, Iraq. Iraq is a country that's located in the central Terra, just west of Victoria and east of Colombia. Iraq is considered a remote country due to its geographical location, located in the highest mountainous region in Terra. Iraq is a country that has never experienced catastrophe. However, because of its mountainous range, the geographical characteristic of Iraq is a never-ending white, cold, snowy mountains. Iraq is a theocracy government, meaning it is led by a religion figure called the Karlan Saintess. Its current leader is a feline race saintess named Anya Silverash. The people of Iraq speaks Iraqian, which are based on Norwegian and Alemannic German.
Shh, I sneaked out. Oh, hi HR Director. I'm here to lend my powers to Rhodes Island. Praminix Karlan Saintess at your service. Bless you, my friend. My sis, Encia. You people at Rhodes Island are all pretty fond of her, right? So it's not like she received any special treatment from that guy. And now... well, I think I get it now. It's fine like this. I'll just keep watching over her. It's fine. I twisted my ankle once when I was a kid. My brother carried me on his back all night, going from house to house until someone agreed to take us in. I decided that very moment that I wanted to grow up to become someone like my brother. But now... forget it.
I'm Clifford, and I live to conquer the peaks. It's nice to meet you.
I've always wanted to climb the holy Mount Carlin, and I've only wanted it even more since my sister left us and became the saintess. So, Doctor, train me more, yeah? So one day, I can reach the peak of Mount Carlin and bring my sister home.
It's snowing. We Silver Ashes can't go back to the way we were. I get that. Everything's changed. Only the snow is the same. The same snowflakes that I watched falling back home.
Yarak, as a country, has its inspiration taken from various mountainous regions such as Scandinavian, Alps, and Himalayas. These facts are also reflected on the culture that the people of Yarak has, such as Tibetan or Bhutanese clothes, Nepalese architecture, and even Switzerland cuisines like fondue. So, if you live in mountainous area or maybe like to hike or climb mountains, this country is for you. Due to their remote place and peaceful life free of catastrophe, people of Yarak are content to live with their traditional lifestyle. However, in an age of rapid technological advancement, worries starts to grow among its people. Next, siesta. Siesta, formerly known as the Siestan Commonwealth, is a city-state that is located in southern hemisphere part of Terra, just southwest of Victoria, northwest of Iberia, and southeast of Colombia. Siesta, initially created by the recently independent Colombia to act as a trading post with Iberia. However, after the profound silence, Siesta lost all form of communication with Colombia. With no further instruction from Colombia, the people in Siesta decided to declare their own independence. This, however, brought attention from the neighboring country Victoria, which sent an invitation with offer to become a part of the Victorian Empire. The people refused to be under anybody's rule and proceeded to negotiate with Colombia to be a part of their commonwealth, and thus preserving their independence and also gain support from Terra's most advanced country. As such, the Siestan Commonwealth were born. Located in a peninsula, Siesta is a city with beautiful scenery with warm climate, beautiful mountain, and sea resort. And thus, Siesta acted as a popular tourism destination for the people of Terra. Siesta is a city-state, is currently led by a liberty-based mayor of Siesta, Herman Doikos, and the people of Siesta speaks Siesta, which is a mixed language that derives from Colombia, Iberian, and Victorian language.
Hello, I'm Salon, graduate of Victoria National University with a major in Originium research. I start my internship at Rhodes Island today with Dr. Kaltzit's approval. Nice to meet you, Doctor. Originium research is still a vastly unexplored territory, Doctor. But I just want to find a cure for Schwartz, which is why I longed to join Rhodes Island since I first heard of it. Do you know, Doctor, that I despise those who discriminate against Schwartz on account of her infection alone. But here, she is accepted, and I can learn more about medicine. Coming to Rhodes Island was truly the right decision.
I'm Schwartz, Lady Salon's personal bodyguard, here to join Rhodes Island with her. If at all possible, please assign me to accompany her. My expertise: killing targets, guarding people, and making tea. Don't be so shocked. After all, the tea Lady Salon makes is... Anyway, I'm good at that. Sinners always get what they deserve, I know that. But I do wonder sometimes that If I could have met Lady Salon and you sooner, maybe I'd be more than just a killer. It's still not too late for me? Do you really mean that, Doctor?
Siesta as a country are inspired by Hawaii and Puerto Rico, so if you come from Hawaii or love to take a vacation there, this country is for you. Number 14. Sami. Sami is a country that's located in the northwestern part of Terra, just north of Columbia and west of Ursus. Being the northernmost country in all of Terra, geographically, Sami landscape is an endless field of white cold snow, swamps, forests, mountain ranges, and tundras. Sami lacks any government body. Much like Rim Militant society, Sami society revolve around tribes, and each tribes will have their own leader, namely the chieftains of Sami tribes and the snow priests. Sami also don't have any capital city. Modern resort, however, do exist, and it is located in the southern part of the country, near the border with Colombia. The majority races of people that live here are Elavia, which has their traits, and the people of Sami speaks Sami, which is a language that based on the Nordic and Arctic languages, such as the Old Norse, Icelandic, Northern Sami, Lule Sami, and Inuktitut.
She was born under the tribe Santala tree, so it became her identity, her code name, and a part of her life. Now the outcast returns to the tribe, regaining the right to use her name. She will commit herself to her new leader. My friends here at Rhodes Island made this outfit not long after I arrived. I was still a stubborn rockhorn back then, unwilling to accept even the slightest bit of kindness. Now, I'm probably not so inflexible. Jopa kylminkin jää sulaa kevätauringossa. Virvon varvon, tuoreeks terveeks.
I forgot to ask the Perroman what I should call you. I only learned the word company from the Colombians. Do you have a name? Oh, just Doctor. I can do that. I'm really grateful to Magellan. We only met a few times during search and rescue operations, but she put me in touch with Rhodes Island after hearing my situation. And she's an incredible lady. Not many people dare to explore the Jedna Devadamin like her. Even people in Arsishtan seldom set foot there. It's a place that's feared and revered. I'm part of my Siadai's rescue team, helping people who accidentally wander into the Samasai or get lost in the Goldoi. That's how I met a lot of explorers from Colombia. Doctor, how did you know they always compliment my tale?
The people of Sami, Ursus, Yan, and Hikashi are currently fighting against the Terra's greatest northern threat. Sami is inspired by our northern Arctic region, especially Sapmi and Fennoscandia, with cultures inspired by the Inuit and Sami people. So, if you're from the northern Canada or Scandinavia, or maybe have interest in paranormal or straight up otherworldly stuff such as actual demons, this country is for you. Number 15. Bolivar. Bolivar is a country located on the westernmost part of Terra, just to the west of Columbia and to the north of Sargon. Geographically, central Bolivar is filled with vast plains, while the northern part is filled with vast desert. The southern part, bordering Sargon, are covered in rainforests. The majority races of people that live here are Perro, which has dog traits. Currently, however, Bolivar is in a state of civil war between three different factions. The first faction is the Singas dynasty. It's a Lithuanian puppet regime that were born as part of Lithuanian-Columbia proxy war due to their worries of Columbia rapid advancement following their independence from Victoria. Their main foe are the Coalition, which is a group that is supported by Columbia as a form of anti-colonialism movement. With support from technologically advanced Columbia and Lithuanian advanced mastery over arts, the war has taken its toll upon Bolivar ordinary people. Seeing both factions as equal as the result of foreign interventionism, the third faction were born that is called the True Bolivarians. True Bolivarians are weaker than the other two factions, so they conduct warfare using hit-and-run guerrilla tactics, which see success due to the Bolivar geographical condition. As the war goes on, all three factions are stuck in a stalemate with no hope to see an end to the war. As a result, Bolivar don't have a single capital and ruler. The Singas dynasty capital is in a city called Gran Sinde Krakato, with its leader King of Bolivar. They speak Iberian and Lithuanian and are based on First and Second Mexican Empires. The Coalition capital is in a city called La Unidad, with its leader the oligarchs of the Coalition government. They speak Iberian and Colombian and are based on various military dictatorships in Latin America. The third faction, True Bolivarians, due to their guerrilla tactics, don't have a capital city, while its leaders are currently unknown. True Bolivarians are based on various guerrilla movements in Latin America. In the middle of this chaos, the most famous location in Bolivar is the neutral city of Dos Soles, which acted as Bolivar's capital city due to its neutrality. This city is based on Rio de Janeiro and are led by a Peru race major, Candela Sanchez. Bolivar as a country were based on various Latin America countries such as Venezuela, Mexico, and Brazil, while the official language is Iberian, but more specifically Latin American Spanish. However, they also speak Historian and Lithuanian, so if you're from South America, this country is for you.
Hello there! Are you the doctor? Great! You're just as recognizable as Miss Chen said you'd be. Oh, right. I should pick out a codename then. Let's go with... Tequila. Sounds pretty nice, eh? When we first arrived in Dos Soles, Rafael and I were still very young. We quickly adapted to life there, but the old man still insisted on his integrity and his old ideology. Can't do anything about it, but I figured I should at least try to help. So how about it, Doctor? Did you draw the card you wanted? Oh, suerte para la próxima! Though I should say, in a game of chance, there's nothing less reliable than luck. But rest assured, if you're ever in need of it, I'll deliver luck right into your hands.
Buenas, Doctor. I'm Rafaela, the one Miss Chen introduced. I'll be formally joining Rhodes Island today. Code name? You can call me La Pluma. For the longest time, Papa didn't want me to help him. You know, my personality isn't really suited for what he does. But still, I gave it my all because he took me in as his hija. ¿Cómo luce el doctor bajo esa máscara? Vamos a ver...
Next, Hikashi. Hikashi, historically used to be known as Go Ashihara, is a country located on the eastern part of Terra, just north of Yan and east of Ursus. Higashi is based on Japan during the Sengoku period and the late Edo period, and the majority of races that live here are Oni, which has similar traits just like the Oni that can be found on Japanese myth, and Aegir, which has aquatic traits. So, if you're from Japan or love Japanese culture, this country is suited for you. Back then, there used to be a civil war in Higashi where the states are separated into two factions, the northern Kogon clan and the southern Mitsumoto clan. The war lasted for about 3 centuries, with both factions stuck in a stalemate where the northern clan has the better military, while the southern clan has access to better resources. However, because of the sudden Ursus invasion campaign, both sides joined together and managed to beat back the Ursus military and even managed to annex some Ursus territory. However, due to Ursus' more advanced military, both Higashi factions were already exhausted, and thus they signed a peace agreement with Yan acting as mediator. The people of Higashi speaks Higashinese, which are based on Japanese language, and the capital city of Higashi is in a city called Goshin Shinkayu.
I'm Kiroro. Nice to meet you. If you don't need anything else, can I leave? Utage was my classmate in middle school, and the one who introduced me here. We're friends, I guess. But Doctor, be warned, Yajus are terrifying.
Uso! I've seen no damage runs, but this is on a whole new level!
Pleased to meet you. It simply would not do if I was to forget my introduction, yes? I am Tsukinogi, formerly part of a small Yakumeguri group in Higashi. It is an honor to work under you. Those who chase catastrophes are called Yakumeguri, or as they say here, catastrophe messengers. The job is bitter and tiring, and we are often ridiculed by ordinary civilians and bureaucrats alike. Will my lot improve as an operator? No? Such is life. If I could have stayed in Higashi, I would not have come all the way here. But with these stones on my flesh, there's simply nowhere to call home.
The previous capital city during the Civil War is in a city called Kusarikawa for the northern clan and Mitsukue for the southern clan. Following the Civil War, Higashi are currently ruled by 2 emperors, Emperor of the Kogon clan and Emperor of the Mitsumoto clan. Nowadays, Higashi currently faces 2 battles. The first battle is up to the north, where alongside with other countries, Higashi, Yan, Ursus, and Sami are fighting Terra's greatest northern threat. The second battle is to the south, where they fought against many groups of heretical church organizations that worship Terra's greatest sea threat. Minos. Minos is a country that's located in the western part of Terra, just north of Sargon and south of Columbia. Minos is a country that is based on classical Greek, and its people speak Minoan, which is a language that is also based on Greek. So if you're from Greek or love Greek mythology, this is a country for you. The majority of races of people that live here are Forte, which has bison or buffalo traits. Geographically, Minos located in a mountain range called Minoan Ridge, just south of the neighboring Hieragian Ridge where Hierak exists. Due to its location, Minos has cold mountain weather and temperature with rivers flowing through its fertile Aegean plains. Minos' capital is in a city called Athenius, and the leader of Minos is a priest of Minos. Currently, Minos is in a skirmish with its neighboring country Sargon. In the past, Minos used to be under Sargon Empire's rule for 125 years. In the end, the Minoan rebels and its 12 heroes of Hymnoi finally manages to liberate Minos from Sargon influence. After the independence, the 12 heroes of Hymnoi were exalted and treated as the greatest pantheon gods by the populace. Nowadays, all 12 heroes of Minos has already passed away, but each of their heroic cult still exists to present day.
I am Pallas, priestess of Minos. I shall be convalescing at Rhodes Island for a time. Nevertheless, I hope to enjoy my share of wine and theater, and I yearn even more for battle. I see. Vulcan, once the champion of weapon forging, is here at Rhodes Island. That is great news indeed. This weapon in my hand has confounded many a smith, but none could restore it to its rightful condition. Here, look upon this signature, that of the very same Vulcan. I ought to keep it a secret. To think there were so many like-minded souls at Rhodes Island. Ah, Pisi, Polemos, Eleftheria. From within the torrent of history, you summon the strength of many to rebel against fate and undo its blight upon the lands. How exhilarating! These tragic yet extraordinary stories. They should be immortalized and passed down forevermore.
Vulcan, that's what everyone calls me. I can do maintenance on your weapons if it comes up. The equipment I need for the forge is listed here, in this blueprint. You saw my name engraved on some equipment? Well, no need to mind that. Probably has nothing to do with me. Nowadays, weapon and equipment manufacturing is all modernized. Traditional craftsmen lose their livelihoods because of it. Times change. Those who can't keep up get left behind. That's only natural.
Turin. Turin is a country in Terra that is not located on the surface. Much like Aegir, it is located below the surface, but instead of underwater, Turin located underground. Turin, as a country, is a confederation of numerous city-states that is mainly inhabited by the Turin race, which has dwarves traits. As such, Turin are inspired from Lord of the Rings, Khazad Dûm, and Lonely Mountain. As such, if you are a huge fan for the J.R.R. Tolkien's works, this country is suited for you. To survive underground, each Turin city will erect a huge dome that is capable to replicate Terra's surface environment. As such, Turin society is considered high-tech compared to other countries in Terra. Government-wise, each city will elect a mayor. As such, they can be considered proto-democracy. The people in Turin speak Turish, which are based on Basque language, which is an indigenous language from Spain French region.
I'm Operator Minimalist, freshly dragged here by Gaviel. So, this is what a nomadic land ship's like. You must have a much easier time avoiding catastrophes than we do underground. The only thing in those fools' heads is merrily drinking their lives away. Ow! Gabriel, what did you hit me for? I know. I'll go to the infirmary in a bit. I don't want to interrupt my thought process at the moment. And you know, Doctor, the moment is the exact thing I most value. You called Gabriel in? Was she on duty at the medical department today? You can't fool... Hello, Gabriel! No, I wasn't just working on any designs. I propose swapping for more corrosion-proof materials next time you do maintenance on the ship's core structure. Why? Because when all's said and done, it's not you or me that'll be left behind. It's this land ship's skeleton. That's what's going to endure. That's what will stand for us.
Pleased to meet you, Doctor. This is for you. It's a specimen box made from gemstones I collected. Lapis lazuli, turquoise, plum tourmaline, chalcedony. The lens doesn't move, Doctor. Do you think if we gave this to a Duran operator, they'd be able to upgrade it to automatically follow the subject? If it's my idea, it's my responsibility? My original reason for coming above ground was simple. I wanted to survey the geography around my homeland and soak up the sights and sounds along the way. Now I travel further and further, not only for the sights I haven't seen, but also for the people who need my help.
Due to their underground city, the main threat they face is the natural disasters such as underground water, collapsing boulders and tunnels, and the ever-growing originium veins. Laterano. Laterano, formerly known as Lateran City, is a city-state that is located in central Terra, just east of Victoria, north of Iberia, west of Rimbiliton, and south of Lithanian and Siracusa. The majority of people that live in Laterano are Liberi, which has bird traits, and Sancta, which has angelic traits. As such, Laterano serves as the religious center of Terra, with many countries in Terra adopting their faith based on Lateran Church. Geographically, Laterano is filled with vast plains that make it suitable for farming, and they are famous for their sugar crop farms, which reflected in many Laterano cuisines, which tends to be very sweet.
Liaison from the Lateran Notarial Hall. Inside. Here's the paperwork for our collaboration. May I ask which office I should be heading to next? I'm making my first impression here at Rhodes Island, so I want to do this perfectly. Yo, Doctor. Ambrielle and the others are doing a dessert potluck, and I'm bringing donuts. Mind helping me taste test? Okay, so what do you think? Whoa, slow down on the water. It's too sweet and greasy? Strange. I thought the sugar level was just right. Let's see. Iselle is still so merciful in battle, huh? Oh, sheesh. Federico is the exact opposite.
Spuria. Liaison from the 6th Tribunal of the Lateran Curia, here for cultural exchange. Oh, right. To prevent any safety inspections, my luggage has a self-destruct mechanism. Yep, the stuff inside isn't necessarily all safe. Do me a favor and tell me when Lemuin shows up, Doctor. I help maintain her sister's gun every now and then, so my guess is she wants to have a few words with me. Why don't I just go see her? The way I put it, one can't be so proactive with everybody. Sometimes you need to keep a certain distance. You know what I mean? Incipe, quid concilium est?
Laterano as a city-state are based on Vatican City, with some inspiration taken from Switzerland. So, if you're from Vatican or Switzerland, or maybe just like the angel with guns aesthetic, this country is for you. The people in Laterano speaks Latin, which are based on ecclesiastical Latin and Esperanto. Laterano, as a theocratic city-state, are led by a Sancta Res Pope Evangelista XI. Currently, Laterano has been in a century-long war against Castel. This is not a simple state versus state war, but instead it's a race war where people of Sancta Res views people of Sarkas race as its arch-enemy, and it has been this way ever since the dawn of time, and it will always be this way in the future. Our 20th state, Castel. Castel, or historically known as Ticas, is a country that is located in eastern part of Terra, just east of Siracusa, west of Yan, south of Ursus, and north of Rimbiliton. The majority races of people that live here are Sarkas, which has demonic traits. There are two inspirations that Castel has been taken inspiration from. The ancient Castel are inspired by biblical Israel, while modern Castel are inspired from Israel and Germany. So, if you're from Israel, this country is for you. The people of Castel used to speak in ancient Castilian, which are also based on Hebrew, Aramaic, and other Abrahamic language. Nowadays, however, modern Castilian are more based on Yiddish language. Castel, as a city-state, are led by a Sarkas race king of Sarkas, Therese. However, following her death, her brother Theresis became the leader of Castel instead. Castel has been in wars with Terra's many superpower countries in its history, and every time, Castel are completely destroyed and lie in ruins. Despite this, the people of Castel still wish to have a place that they can call home, so every time Castel is destroyed, a new Castel will rise again in its place. During its history, Castel has gone through 4 distinct eras. In one of those eras, it is recorded that Castel has been destroyed and rebuilt for over 3,400 times. Castel and its Sarkas race people has devilish traits and high rate of Reginium infection, which leads them to be discriminated and viewed as hostile by other nations in Terra. Despite this, the people of Sarkas kept fighting on to build a place that they can call home, Castel, even after already gone through the cycle of destruction, rebirth, and destruction again. Castel will still live in many Sarkas people's heart.
A nostalgic place, Doctor. As for this commission of yours, I trust we can both set aside its details for the moment. I do have some other ideas on the rewards, though, beyond the bounty itself. No, it's nothing. Fine. Introduction to accounting practice. Borrowed it from the library. Inez says that all you need to know to open a shop is how to collect money and give change. And now, I'm a little surprised to find out that she's right. Well, I won't call this a waste of effort. At the very least, there's no harm in having some idle thoughts. Can you guess who made these salted potatoes? W, yeah. Hard to believe, huh? She actually cooks a lot more than Inez does. Try one. They're not bad. Mercenaries are good at taking lives, but there's a limit to one's energy. To hone our craft, we have to set aside everything else.
Wish Adele.
I signed my name here, right? Her Highness says this name means wishing for a home. I don't make wishes, though. Huh? My handwriting sucks? Screw you. Who are you to judge? You heard? Enos and Hodor are actually gonna open a shop in Kazdel. I know the places they've been looking at. They're all shit heaps. But I guess my little revenant here could help mop the floors with his party tricks. His opinion? Let me ask. Oh, he's fine with that. You seriously think we're getting along? Wanna guess what it is I'm holding right here? Relax. It's fear you're gonna bear for what you did. Wouldn't be much fun to cash this thing out that easy. So, when are you gonna let your guard down again, Doctor? I'm really looking forward to it.
Other than the current present-day 20 sovereign state in Terra, there are other states that unfortunately no longer exist. Currently, there are 3 states that we know do no longer exist in Terra: Knights Mora, Gaul, and Tara. Knights Mora, also known as the Knights Mora Khaganate, is a country that is located on the now eastern steppes of Ursus. It once reigned terror to countries in Terra with their worldwide conquest called Khagan Quest, led by its leader, Karandu Khagan. The conquest started from the eastern steppe of Ursus all the way to the southern Sargon. As a result of this campaign, several Terra civilizations were forever changed, like the Empire of Hypergryph in current Ursus, the decline of Bekasi Kuranda in Kazimierz, and the Victorian annexation of Tara Empire. The conquest would finally reach southern Sargon. Initially, Karandu Khagan forces fought Lugal's Sargus forces for many years. However, at some point, Lugal Sargus, who is the greatest Sargon Shahanshah in history, invited Karandu Khagan to an alliance to fight against Terra's greatest southern threat. Together, they managed to eliminate and slay this threat. However, due to a supernatural explosion which follows the defeat of this enemy, unfortunately it left the majority of Karandu Khagan army destroyed. As a result, Knights Mora army no longer capable of continuing its conquest and then were forced to retreat. With the retreat of Knights Mora and its threat gone, it gave rise to the Ursus Empire, which replaced the Empire of Hypergryph in Ursus, the rises of merchant class instead of knight class in Kazimierz, and it will further solidify Victorian occupation over Tara. Knights Mora Khaganate are based on Mongol Empire, and its people speak Knights Mora, which are also based on Mongolian. So, if you come from Mongolia or would love to try and conquer the whole world, this country is for you. The majority race of people that used to live here are Knights Mora, which are based on the Germanic and Slavic myth, which feature a more dark horse traits, compared to the Bekasi race, which features a more light horse traits. These dark horse traits would later become the origin of the word nightmare in English languages.
Thanks a lot for the free ride. If I, Narantuya Kapudan, were to die on my Khagan quest, what a loss it would be for Sargon. Huh? You have never heard of me? Doesn't matter. One day, everyone will know who I am. My kin, friends, and my men are all scattered like stars in the sky. Have you ever tried stargazing? The fun thing is, wherever we look up, we all see the same night sky with the same stars. Sometimes I wonder, what would it look like if all the stars gathered together? Huh? What do you mean by a Big Bang? You're reliable, the people around you are reliable. Man, how can everybody here be so reliable? I'm starting to envy the captain of this land ship.
Our second country is Gaul. Gaul, or also known as Gaulish Empire, is a country that is located in central Terra. Specifically, it is located south of Lithuanian and Ursus, and northeast of Victoria. Gaul is a country that is based on the First French Empire, with some elements taken from Roman Empire. Its people speak Gaulish, which are based on French, so if you come from French, this country is for you. The capital of Gaul is called Lingones, and it is being led by an emperor, the Emperor of Gaul. Gaulish Empire extinct due to a major event that is called the War of the Four Nations, where initially Gaul possesses a modern and powerful armies. After surviving the Knights Mora Khakanate conquest, Gaul saw a chance to expand its territories towards other countries, including the current country of Bolivar and Rinbilitin, and often found themselves in small conflict with other countries, whether right on their border with Victorian and Lithuanian, or during their colonization expedition team abroad. Gaul would also ended up in a rivalry with Victoria, which reaches new heights when they supported the independence of Colombia from being just a Victorian colony. However, Gaul Empire ended during the War of the Four Nations, where initially Gaul only fought Lithuanian with aim to annexing them. In the end, it turns into an all-out war between Gaul against Lithuanian, Ursus, and Victoria. Outnumbered 3-1, Gaulish Empire went extinct, and its capital Lingones, once called the capital of Terra, were annexed by Victoria, where now the Victorian capital city of Londinium exists.
Good day. Please call me Moose. And please don't stare at my hand so much. Doctor? Sora! She's the super idol Sora, isn't she? I recognize her anywhere. I'm her biggest fan. Why is she here at Rhodes Island? And can I ask her for an autograph? Doctor, have you heard of the Avenue du Champs-Élysées? Yes, I happen to be born there. I really wish I could go back and visit one day. What? Oh, no, I appreciate it, but I'm not lonely. I have you, after all. You're my family.
Permit me to shirk our operator's curious gazes for a spell. The curtain has finally fallen on the longest play, and I need some time to reorganize my thoughts. I'm sure you understand, Doctor. Pardon? I have to sign the returnee ledger with my Rankwood autograph. I've read that evaluation report. Dr. Follenek is suggesting I exit from the front line for the time being. I can't maintain constant sobriety, that much is true. After years with these hallucinations for company, they are among the few friends I can count on my fingers. But I remain your assassin. Call me, and let me see to the work I know best. Some unfamiliar operators invited me to a movie night after I reboarded, and the vampire madame from engineering seems somewhat soft on me too. So generous is the drama. It bathes its actors in halo, even outside of the silver screen. Pardon? Rhodes Island's operators trust me on principle. They ought to be a little warier than that.
Our third and final country is Terra. Terra, or formerly known as the Kingdom of Timrach, is a country that is located in central Terra on the southwestern border of Victoria. Geographically, Terra is filled with vast green plain, forests, and access to coastlines. The founding of Terra is intertwined with its neighbor Victoria. Terra originally is founded as a place for the more conservative side of Victoria, where they refused the Sargonian imperial monarchy system. After a brief conflict, Victoria then split into two parts. The valley will belong to monarchist Victoria, and the south will belong to conservative Terra. After the event of Knightsmoor Khaganate invasion, Victoria and Terra agreed to form an alliance in order to protect their countries. After the Khagan threat subsides, a power struggle occurs within Victoria between the Dracos and the Aslans. The Dracos were lost and they retreated back to Terra territory. With Aslans in control of Victoria, what started as an alliance turns into an occupation. Terra took inspiration from Ireland, and its people speak Terran, which are also based on Irish Gaelic. The majority race of people that live in Terra are feline, which has cat traits, so if you're from Ireland, this country is for you.
I know you'll have many new questions for me. About my identity, about my goals. But I am still the same Ree. What would you like to ask? Maybe you want to know how much power Dublin has? No? Oh, just how I'm personally doing. I'm still no more than a shadow, but not my sisters. Dublin's flame is lit by so many people, so many ideals, and the shadow cast by that firelight, that is what I am now. Many prophecies say similar things. It is the Draco's nature to fight. I won't stand for that. But if my sister stays blind to what will become of the land, once blanketed by the fires of death, then I will stop her. I know what kind of leader the people put their hopes in. And that's not what she is.
Allowing me on board at last. Then hand me the register. Necras. How about this codename? Erudite? Hmm? Rhodes Island requires I go by a codename. So I've decided to fashion an appropriate one for you as well. That Dr. Calcit has a frightening glare. Whenever her eyes fall on me, I feel as if she plans to nail me to the landship deck. Fret not. During my brief stay here, I am but your operator Necras, and nothing more. Lakshini. Were she still the girl shivering under that snowy night, I would have simply gifted her a peaceful life until death reunited us both. A pity she ultimately learned to dance between blades and lies. And you surely understand how rare a truly endearing dance partner can be.
The capital of Terra is a city called Na Saurse, and Terra used to has a leader, King Gale of Terra. However, that position are currently vacant. Part 3. Reginium. Other than wars and conflict between different nations, races, and even between brothers, Terra also faces a unique problem that doesn't exist in our world, Reginium. But that topic we'll talk about in another time. continue in lore video 2. Hello everyone, thank you for watching this far to the end of the video. Actually, I've written up to part 6 of the script, but my initial recording turns the video into a 1 hour plus video, so I decided to cut it into roughly 30 minutes each. This part 1 and part 2 already reaches almost 36,000 characters in my script, and the total part 6 has reached 60,000 characters, which is much more than I usually do. Hopefully, this can show you how deep Arknights lore is and why me and so many people fell in love with it. And this is the somewhat beginner-friendly version. I have plans to do a more in-depth video in the future, with each video focusing on each particular nation, what's the nation history, what kind of races that lead Finite, who's the operator that came from Z nation, and so on, stuff like that. I am excited to make many more Arknights video, and if you too enjoy what the world of Arknights has to offer, please leave a like, comment, or even a subscribe. I'll see you on the next part.